Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are hauling some wheat from Yuma to Bakersfield. We're back in the Peterbilt once again, and I don't think we're trying out any newer mods today, although the public beta is available for American Truck Simulator, and that adds some of the new functionality in terms of the game. So for example, it adds being able to adjust the steering wheel and the base game, and it also allows you the ability to do a couple other things. So it's supposed to be good for modders. We'll see what happens with it. So if you want to get the public beta, you can do that. Just go into your Steam, go to properties of the game, and then go into opt into beta, and there's a public beta. I haven't opted in yet because I'm uploading something right now. Otherwise, I would have. But that's the reason why I haven't signed up for it. So anyways, like I said, we are taking a little bit of wheat from Yuma to somewhere else. I lost track of it already. And this is kind of like the Wilson trailer. I think it doesn't say Wilson on it, but it's pretty much what it is. For all intents and purposes, at least. That's what it looks like, at least. So let's go there. No. There we go. I missed that one. I was so good in the first and second gear. Ah, well. Anyways, hope you've been having a good week. I always have a good week. It's kind of hard for me not to. And I decided to come back to American Truck Simulator. Saturday's been the day I've been posting American Truck Simulator. As of late, at least. Now, I think this trailer is about 54 feet long, so I have to be careful about that. The journey is only about 700 kilometers or so. Nothing too crazy, but it's enough to get us on the road, so to speak. And we'll see what happens there. The truck's gonna go. This car's gonna make my life. Oh, there we go. It's not so bad, I guess. Alright, let's go into high gears. And I need to go just a bit above where I'm going right now with my RPMs in order to just kind of float between the gears. Wow, there we go. Let's see if we can't do it this time. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be like. Anyways, I was actually originally hauling some cars, but I realized I think that's the last thing we hauled was some cars. I think I just picked up that job just because I was just at the location, so I just picked up a job that was profitable. Usually when I'm playing the game and I'm not like recording, I'll just pick up a job from where I dropped off the job or the freight. That's how I do it, at least. Do you do it the same way? I'll leave a poll in the top right hand corner. Let me know. Alright. 7th gear. Good. And it looks like we are turning right up here. There we go. Excellent. So are you excited for the new public beta of American Truck Simulator? I'm pretty excited about it. One of the cool things it's going to add is one thing you can do with modded trucks, but not with the base trucks, is adjust the steering wheel, or adjust the type of steering wheel. Oh, that's kind of close. Is adjust the steering wheel. I got excited there. You can adjust the steering wheel in the sense that you can change which one it is. You can't do that in the base game right now. But with the public beta you will be able to. So for example, with this truck, you can switch between different steering wheels, whichever you like. I just like this one personally, so this is what I tend to stick with. But there are some other options that you can use. But this is a mod. But they're doing the same thing with the base game. So let's say you would download, let's say you would download your favorite steering wheel, and theoretically, as far as I understand the update, you'd be able to use that steering wheel in other vehicles as well, if you really like that steering wheel. So I thought that was really neat. So I guess it seems like we may start seeing steering wheel mods, perhaps, which is really neat actually. So I'm really pumped about that. I'm curious to see how it's going to work in the game a little bit, and how modders are going to take advantage of it. That's what I'm looking forward to, because they even mention modders within the blog post itself. So they're really making an effort to kind of incorporate the modders quite a bit. And interestingly enough, if you were following Farm Sim and their dev releases and whatnot, Giants is actually doing a pretty good job this year with hyping up the game a bit more and actually doing some press related stuff to it, so saying, hey, this is what's happening, this is some of the new stuff in the game, so you can in the game you can look forward to. So it's good to see that they are trying to be a bit more communicative, or communicate better, I guess, which is really good, because in the past Giants has been really bad about that. But this time around they're actually doing a pretty good job, so kudos to them, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Let's put it into 8th gear, the cruising gear. Oh well, apparently I'm speeding. I should be doing 95, not 105. So we'll just adjust that right now. Changing states always does it to me every single time. But I don't know, but like I said, Johnson's doing a really good job. I'm really impressed with what they've been, how they've been approaching this game in comparison to previous games. And SCS, for example, in this game, ATS, ETS, they always do a great job. They always update their blog regularly. I think the last blog post I read from them actually stated they were sorry for not posting so often because they were away doing something else. So it's kind of funny just to put it into perspective of like how much, how serious they take people's opinions and suggestions. SCS at least does. Giants seems to be doing the same thing. They've added some really nice features, seemingly in Farm Sim 17. So hopefully we'll be pleasantly surprised. But from what I've seen so far, it looks pretty good. Better than some of the, well, better than this Farm Sim 15 at least, it seems like. So that is going to be good. It looks like it's going to slow down here up here again. Is that the case, or are they just going that slow? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how that turns out. This is a cool little trailer. It's too bad it doesn't have more chrome on it, but I kind of understand why they didn't put more chrome on it. I think this is just from one of the Jazzy Cat packs I have, if I had to guess. I don't remember seeing it from any other pack. I don't think I picked up some Wilson trailers, or maybe I did actually. Let's check real quick. I may have picked up some Wilson trailers now that I think about it. And the survey says, I think I did. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, maybe I didn't. No, I guess it's just part of Jazzy Pack. I could have sworn I saw some, but maybe I just didn't pick it up. So there you go. I thought it was part of a different pack, but if you get the Jazzy Cat trailer pack, it's included. How cool is that? It's a really neat pack. He always does a great job on putting his packs together. Anyways, now I gotta start getting back up to cruising speed. There we go. And hopefully we can do this quickly. I find when you're trying to float gears, you kind of have to wait in neutral briefly. It feels like, at least. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe you have to do it in real life too, but I guess just to they drop out of gear. Who knows? But it definitely feels that way. So like what I mean by floating gears, I've said it a couple times now. Basically, I'm not pushing the clutch between gears. And you're kind of like, in reality, you kind of like jam it into the gear a little bit. And apparently, it, you save your gearbox, I think it's your clutch actually, is what you save a little bit from doing that. I don't know how much you save your gearbox from doing it, but that's just what I understand, at least. So there you go. The Wilson trailer, the one we're hauling right now, is actually from the Jazzy Cat pack. It's a cool looking trailer. Oh, I have to go over. Okay. I totally thought it was from like a separate pack that I got, because I think I have seen that before. Like it's like a Wilson trailer pack. So there we go. take this turn. Make sure to take it a little bit wider this time, Iain. There you go, that's better. Nice. So, let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see me haul next. You've seen some of the things I can theoretically haul. So let me know what you'd like to see hauled next. Whether it be a tractor, a plow, office furniture, cars. Quite a big selection in the Jazzy Cat pack. So let me know what you'd like to see next being hauled. I have a few tanks now as well, also part of a separate Jazzy Cat pack. But I do have a few tanks that are available as well. 95, there we go. So keep that in mind. I will probably, what I'll do at the end, when I finish hauling this, I'll probably just show you the some of the freight I can get, and then we'll go from there basically. So yeah, leave me a comment below with what you'd like to see hauled next. It's funny, I do like this game. I could play this game. Before I went to visit some family, I spent a good chunk of time playing this game. I don't know, it's one of those games I can just pick up and start playing, and just play it for a long time without any problems and just enjoy myself. Usually I'll put like a movie on or something like that, or listen to some music and just cruise, I guess would be the way you kind of describe it as. Do you ever do that with this game? Let me know. Leave me a comment below. I often find myself just like kind of, you know, looking around. I've done this a couple times where I've like driven past something. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. No sales tax. I've done that once or twice where I'm just kind of like looking at what's out there and be like, oh, that's kind of cool, and enjoying the scenery. So I'm really looking forward to the rescale in ATS, which is not part of this public open beta. No, you're good. But I will be curious to see when that actually happens. I suspect it won't happen for a few months, but once it does, it'll be a big deal. They may even release a DLC at the same time. That's entirely possible. But I don't know. I think from what I remember from last time, I don't think they will release a DLC at the same time. They'll release just the patch, which is a huge patch for the rescale, and then maybe shortly after they may release the DLC. It just depends on their schedule, I guess, really. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But SCS does a really good job of just, you know, maintaining their games. It's so good to see that. So many game companies just, you know, release the game and then don't do their due diligence after the fact. So it's good to see that SCS does that throughout the lifetime of the game. Like ETS is how old now? I guess 1-2 years old maybe now, and they're still doing development on it, which is amazing. So kudos to them again. Jeez. Anyhow, I guess we're in Arizona, if I had to guess. Maybe. Looks like Arizona. Sometimes I end up driving on the shoulder just because it's safer. Don't ask me why, but it's one of those things where it seems just a teensy-wincy bit safer because I'm not in the middle of the road. Let's drop it down a gear here. There we go. Apparently we're losing speed going up that little hill there. I don't know, like in an ideal world I would leave it in 8 because the RPMs are a bit lower and you don't use as much fuel as far as I think that's how it would work. Yeah, you wouldn't use as much fuel. So, but being in 7th gear is kind of a bit more optimal sometimes because when you hit a hill like that, you can just leave it and it's not a problem. Whereas in 8th gear, like back there, 8 high, that little hill presented a bit of a problem for the truck. Not a huge one. I think this trailer must be pretty heavy if it gave me that much trouble. Heavier than most, at least. There we go. Truck's merging into the highway here. Give them lots of space. Theoretically, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stay in between the lines too. Ah, these 40. It's like they just come out of nowhere. Well, at least that's how it feels for me. It's like, oh, you need to drop down to 30? Go now. Oh, well. Alright. This is a little rest area up here, it looks like. Don't need to rest at the moment, which is good. Where are we going? This is like through a little city or something? It's fun. There's still a few places in the game I haven't been to yet because I keep updating the game. So like, they'll add like a few places that like a few roads, like they'll connect two areas. Nice truck. A few different areas that I haven't been to. So for example, I think there's Ukiah, I think it's called. I haven't been there still. Just because I've looked for a cargo that goes there, but I haven't found any cargo that goes there for whatever reason. So it's kind of strange, actually. I think the ones that I have just been like, you know, drive from the easternmost part of the map to the westernmost part of the map, and I'm just don't have time or don't want to do that, so that's part of the problem in that context, at least. That's a long drive. Ray's Hamburgers. It's funny, we went to visit family a while back and we brought back some tomatoes. Man, homegrown tomatoes are so much better than store-bought. It's ridiculous. Well, at least the ones I get from my in-laws. Alright. Make the turn, take it nice and slow, take it wide. There we go. But every time we get tomatoes from like the store, which isn't very often, like usually when we're having like hamburgers we'll do it. And that's it really. But it's always a letdown. I just like tomatoes on a hamburger, but when you have fresh tomatoes from the garden, so good. And the in-laws grew, I think, heritage tomatoes this year, so they're a slightly different variety. So they're a bit like meatier, I guess, is the way I would describe them. Which is nice because they're... Turn that off. They're actually just a better, nicer flavor, I find, and there's like less juice and seeds in them. They're very juicy, but they're like, it's all like a meaty tomato, if that makes sense, as opposed to like a runny tomato. Because when you have a tomato that's like runny and like too much liquid, I guess. How did you not go into gear? Too much liquid, it's not necessarily good. I'm glad I switched lanes. I would have dove right into that wall there. Jeez. Here we go. Maintain our 95 kilometers an hour. Wonder where we're delivering wheat to. It'd be cool if we're delivering wheat to like a mill or something. I don't think they have mills in this game though. Not yet, at least. Or I haven't found them if they do. They have like other farms you probably deliver to. Like I think this is going to the rail expo. Or up at the rail yard, I guess. But I don't know why you would drive it instead of taking the rail there. Like, why would you go from one rail place to another rail place by truck as opposed to by train? But I suppose there would be a reason in that context. I just don't know what the reason would be. So, oh well. Alright, 1 second and grab a quick sip of water here. There we go. Let's get out of the way of that truck there. And oh, he slowed down. I wonder if he's turning, and that's the reason why he slowed down. Probably not. The game's kind of funny when it does stuff like that. You gotta ask yourself, is like, did he slow down because I was really close to him when I started merging, or did he slow down because he actually wanted to turn off? I don't know, I find the perspective in the mirrors can be a bit off sometimes, especially on how close you are to the actual vehicle behind you, especially with, like, in this case I have the route visor, which is what makes the information at the bottom of the screen there. And it's also the same thing that has the mirrors in the top right and left. So, that's the reason why I have that. Everyone asks me that question, though. It's one of the more common questions I get. Like, how did you get the information like that? It's called Route Advisor. There are a few different ones, though, so keep in mind. You have to kind of choose the one that works best for you, because you can actually get the information at the bottom, the top. I think you can get it on the right or the left, too, if memory serves. But I always just leave it on the bottom, because it's kind of... It's a minimal design, which is nice, instead of having the box there all the time. So you can actually kind of see more in the truck. Here's our turnoff coming up here. There we go. Drop it down into fourth. Pizza Hut advertisement there. So we'll take this wide. Somebody there, alright. Anybody over here? Okay, looks like we're good. Ooh, don't hit anything. There we go. I don't know. It's funny, when I play the game a lot, like in a short period of time, floating gears is really easy, I find. But when I haven't played for like a few days and I come back to it and try and do it again, never turns out the same way. Yeah, I guess we're going from one farm to another farm, it looks like. From what I can tell, at least. Alright, our turn is coming up here. This is kind of a weird little area. What is that? It looks like we turn onto a runway or something. Oh, that is the turn. And it looks like you can get into the same area if you keep going straight too, which is a bit strange. And then we turn right here. I don't think I've been here. Or at least not often, at least. Looks like a co-op or something. Just got a quick screenshot here. Gotta love that. It's always with the sun's slowly setting, you get the nice screenshots. There we go. I don't know, I think that's my favorite angle. Alright, now our turn is up here somewhere. And where is our drop-off point here? Oh, there it is. That was easy. Alright, make sure we take this turn nice and wide. Hopefully keep the truck and trailer in the appropriate zone. I'm pretty close there, so. Oh, there we had it. Let's back up a little bit here. It's like just. There we go. Ah, it's just a little tiny spot. There we go. Parking brake on. Decouple the trailer. There we go. Lowering the legs. Excellent. Sweet. No accidents. No damage. This is a plus. There you go. Nice. We are a professional now. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed that American Truck Simulator. I know I always do. So here's the freight market. Just to show you guys can get an idea of what... I'll mix it up. Price per distance. Just so you can see what I have, like excavators, dynamite, fuel, gasoline, propane, lots of stuff from Chevron, apparently in Texaco, nitrocellulose, diesel, aromatics, fireworks, lots and lots of different things. Cars from Tesla, Walmart stuff. So we have a whole bunch of variety. Let me know what you would like me to haul next and leave a comment below. Anyways, my name's Iain Robson once again. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more American Truck Simulator. I'll catch you guys later.